Day 24 of Cracking 500 AI Data Science Interview Questions Challenge. 5 questions a day, 100 days. If you are new here, don't forget to check out the playlist. You might have missed some key questions that will be important in cracking your next interview. What is feature selection and why is it important? Feature selection is like packing for a trip. Take what you need, leave what slows you down. Feature selection means choosing the most relevant input variables for your model. The goal is to reduce noise, improve performance, and prevent overfitting. Unnecessary features can confuse the model or increase training time. So, the common techniques that are used for feature selection are first method is filtering methods like correlation or chi-square test. The second method is wrapper methods like recursive feature elimination. The third most common method used for feature selection is embedded methods like Lasso or tree-based feature importance. In one project, removing redundant columns improved model accuracy by 7% and cut training time in off. What is the difference between L1 and L2 regularization? Regularization keeps your model humble. It stops it from memorizing the data. Both L1 and L2 regularization prevent overfitting by adding a penalty to large weights in a model. L1 regularization or lasso regression is used for shrinking some coefficients to zero, which performs feature selection. L2 regularization or ridge regression is used for shrinking coefficients evenly, but it doesn't eliminate them. You can use lasso when you want a simpler and sparse model, and use ridge regression when you want stability in multicollinear data. How do you identify multicollinearity between features? Highly correlated features confuse your model. It is like hearing the same voice twice. Multicollinearity occurs when two or more features are highly correlated. It has high relationships. When one value changes, the other value also is getting changed. So it is making it hard for the model to assign correct importance. To detect it, you can use correlation matrix or the so-called heat map. It shows how features relate. Or you can use variance inflation factor VIF. If the value of VIF is greater than 5, it often indicates multicollinearity. To fix this, we have a simple solution. Draw up one of the correlated features, or you can combine them using PCA methods like principal component analysis. How to perform feature selection using correlation in Python. Look at this coding part clearly. It is super easy to understand. First, I am importing three important libraries. First, I am importing pandas for a reason that I can import and handle table data sets. It might be a CSV file, it might be an Excel file. Next to that, I am importing Seaborn and Matplotlib library for converting that table data into a visualization format. It might be a graph, it might be a chart, which is easy for understanding than understanding a table. The second step is loading the dataset that I have. If I have dataset in the formats of CSV file, I'm using pandas to read that CSV file using the function pd.readCSV. Followed by that, here comes the important part of this coding: creating correlation matrix to understand the relationship between features. Just by using dot correlation, I can create a correlation matrix. See here, I'm just calling the same data set that I've loaded using df, and I'm giving dot corr to create correlation matrix, and I'm opening a bracket and closing a bracket because it is a syntax. Next to that, I'm adding some customizations to my chart that I'm going to create, and I'm plotting it using plot.show. This is how a correlation heat map will look like. If any two columns have correlation value greater than zero point 0.9, you can drop any one of the columns to avoid redundancy. Redundancy meaning it is no longer useful. Here's your day 24 dose of insight. Choosing the right features is half the modeling battle. Feature selection reduces complexity, improves its accuracy, and helps your model generalize better. Remember, the fewer, the better, but only if they are the right ones. Focus on information, not quantity. Let your model breathe.